Welcome to Sine Mora, or Sine Mora, or however it's pronounced. I don't know, it's another score attack styled game. This one's a side-scrolly shmup, or shoot 'em up, and it's got a sweet looking menu with black bars at the bottom and the top. And this game does not have any graphical resolution settings whatsoever, which is slightly irritating. So I have to run it at full screen 1080, which is probably not going terribly well on the downsizing, but whatever. But anyway, this has your standard score attack boss training and all the good stuff you'd expect, and arcade for experienced players. And apparently that's for experienced players as well. Interesting. But it has an interesting story, and again, sweet menu screen here. I love the folder style thing. Reminds me of GoldenEye. This crazy lady walks by. Hello, crazy lady. Hey. But the voice acting in this game is what I assume to be Japanese. And I'll actually just continue my game. I'm not too far into it. I think Chapter 2. There you go. That explains that pretty easily. Yay, Chapter 2. If I can remember how to actually... Oh, right. I can use a controller with this game. Let's use a controller. I actually don't know what language this is, or if it's a made-up language. I don't know. But there's a deep story. I haven't been following it because it's a shmup. So every level you get a different pilot, or well, most levels you get a different pilot, and that pilot has a different sub-weapon. And I'm just gonna fast forward through this. So it runs at 30 frames a second, because I'm streaming it at 1080p. Whoops. So as far as I can see, there's not a health system in this game. It's more, you have an upgrades in the top right. I want to, if I can situate myself here without dying. There's the noise y'all know so well. But in the top right, not right now, there's a upgrade system. But every time you get hit, you lose some upgrades. So in order to do really good, you need to not get hit, is basically the side effect of that. You can die. I don't know, I haven't died from being shot, so I don't know if you can die from being shot too many times. But there is firepower upgrades. There's also a shield upgrade, which is a one-time use, activates when you get hit kind of thing. I'm trying to actually hit all of these because they drop upgrades. And there's also an extend. I don't know what the extend does. I haven't figured that out yet. But yeah, there's an extend. Yay, I haven't used this person's special before. Fast forward. I like that fast forward feature, it's pretty sweet. There's also something I haven't mentioned. I can hold this button, and everything goes in slow motion. It's kind of useful for bosses, because this game likes to throw a lot of bullets at you, much as you'd expect from this game, to be honest. Yeep. It's a pretty fun game. I think you should get it. Just go ahead and put that out there. I've been playing it for, I don't know, an hour so far today. That's my kind of game. I quite like it. People who don't like this genre aren't gonna like this game because it doesn't really change anything in the way that it plays. You have your analog stick movement, you have your A button to shoot, which you just hold down all of the time, basically. And then, whoop, there's my shield. Then you have B to fire your special, and that's basically it. Oh, you have your slowdown thing as well, which is right trigger. There's not a whole lot of buttons. I don't know what this time mass stabilized thing does. I think it's a checkpoint system, though. If I could see the chat, I could ask if someone knows what language this is, but I can't see the chats, which makes me sad. Anyway, let's fast forward then. I can't, because we're in the game still. This is actually where I died earlier. Let's see if I can figure this out on camera. Do I need to follow the trash? Let's follow the trash. I need to follow the trash. Well, that's funny. Last time I tried to just rush forward. Whoop. I'm going faster than the trash. There we go, I can hold it like that. I tried to rush forward and I died instantly, and it said your time is up, so that's bad. There's also... I think if I'd paying attention to the storyline, I'd know what I'm doing here, but... yeah. Not paying attention to the storyline at all. Time mass stabilized. Fast forward through this. Oh yeah, there's bosses. I forgot to mention that. It has this cool slow motion intro thing. The bosses in this are multi-segment. Ow. Let's see if I can pick my stuff up. Okay, so that's her special. There's apparently just... Can I dodge this? Yes. Okay. Ow. Ooh, you see what I mean with the bosses, though. Okay, so I shoot his legs now. The game doesn't really, per se, tell you how to beat bosses. It kind of flashes ever so slightly what you can shoot, but beyond that, you're on your own. And then things like this occur, where it just lights up the whole world. It's firing a laser at my face. Ow. As you can see, though, it doesn't seem to have a health system. Maybe if you get hit with no firepower upgrades. I'll just plow through that to get that. Maybe if you get hit with no firepower upgrades, you die. I'm not entirely sure. Oop. Is he spitting at me? I don't know. It's firing that nonsense. Oop. You only have so much power before... Oh, that sucked. Can you cease before you stop being able to slow down time? And then you will be unable to slow down time until you pick up more power-ups. I'll just take the hit on that. This guy is a bit more difficult than the bosses I've seen so far, I'd like to point out, and he's only at half health. But this game is basically just trains of weak enemies and then boss fights over and over and over again. And it's pretty much just the boss fights that I play this for, so I'm glad they have a boss fight training mode, which I'll probably show off after this in a bit. He's not dead, what is he doing? Oh, I can still shoot him. Oh dear, he's making little ones. He's making little spiders. There we go. So after this chapter, I don't remember how long chapters are, I'll probably show off the bosses and then end it for this little preview of it. Stage 4B, and now we are with Pilot Gotti with Sub-Weapon Cluster Bomb, which sounds much better. Actually, I don't know, I like the sword sub-weapon. I like his ship, though. That's a pretty sweet ship he's got. Oop. Hold on. I skipped it. I don't know, it said incomplete something. This dude appears to be a robot. He's got a pretty darn sweet ship. I don't like the bullet spread, but I suppose that's useful. As you can see, though, a lot of variety. Not only in ship, but also where you are, what bosses you're fighting. We'll probably have an entirely different nonsensical boss. The enemy types are pretty varied. That appears to be a giant artillery cannon back here. There we go. Oop. I don't know if collisions hurt, actually. I should probably... Let's test that. Collision with enemies? Yes, collision with enemies hurts, because my shield popped. Good to know. Ooh, dearie me. And it is score attack, so you'll want to get combos, you'll want to get the little score booster things that they drop, which they actually aren't worth very much, so I'm not sure why they could drop them at all. There's also the time mechanic that I haven't explained, basically because it never comes into play. Every time you kill an enemy, you get a little bit more time. That's a giant wrecking ball that very nearly hit me. What do I do about this? Nothing, apparently. Okay. Ooh! Oh dear, there's something behind me. I can't shoot backwards, by the way. I can only shoot directly forward. So... the heck am I doing here? I don't know. That was stupid. I also just lost those upgrades because they went off the map. I guess I'm just surviving for now, that's why it keeps dropping upgrades for me. This is weird. First time I've seen this. I don't suspect I can just go backwards and shoot him now? Are you done following me? Evil thing of destructive death, whatever you are. Oh, nope. Okay. I don't have any idea what this is, but I imagine this is the boss for this chapter. Okay. It is Heavy Cutter Loader Papa Carlo. You are an interesting device there, aren't you? Let's fast forward a bit. Oop! What are we doing? Okay, he's throwing things at my face. What does Cluster Bomb do? Fires cluster bombs, unsurprisingly. Other than the giant wrecking ball, he doesn't... Okay, I take that back. He appears to be relatively difficult. This game has the same problem a lot of other games of this genre have, in that it's kind of a niche market. Niche? I don't know how to pronounce that word. Not a lot of people are capable of playing games like this for relatively obvious reasons. And his arm's dead. Am I just taking his arm off? This poor soul! What did he do to deserve this, other than shoot 8 million bullets at me? I do like the level design and the enemy design, though. It's pretty darn sweet for this kind of game. It's probably one of the more unique shmups, as they are called, shoot-em-ups, that I've actually seen before, which is cool beans. It also has this sweet fast-forward feature. That is a giant saw blade with guns on it, because that makes perfect sense. Because why the heck not? Ow. But yeah, it appears you can't actually die. Let's test that actually. Can you die from bullets? Let's just rub my face into a saw blade. You appear to not be able to die from bullets, which is a little bit weird. This is on normal difficulty though, so maybe it's possible to die on the harder difficulty? I haven't actually tested that. I probably should have tested that before I did this video, but whatever. There we go. Fast forward. It saves me a whole lot of editing time there, doesn't it? Not that I ever fast forward anything anyway. I don't think you needed to fire that many rockets. Okay, so everything he shoots at me hurts. It's good to know. Can I just get really close to it? There we go. Oh, you can die from bullets. Oh. Well, there you go. Turns out you can die from bullets. You can take a credit. I think that just like Shatter, I believe that resets your score. So if you're going for a high score, you'd probably not want to die. I imagine arcade is the hard mode for story. Let's see what boss training is. So here's all the bosses. There's quite a few of them. Appears to be some sort of airship, molten lava thing. But which one was it that I really liked? I think it was this one that I really liked. Oh, it shows you the hitbox too. That's cool. So it appears there's also variations of each of these, which I've only unlocked the first variation of them. Maybe it's just paints. I don't know. There's one of these. I think it's this one. No, is that the one I just took? Oh, I can't remember. Pretty sure that's the one I just took. Let's take this one. Does it let me choose? Oh, it lets me choose a pilot too. Q. Let's actually know. What's... I like the sword one. Let me take the sword one. Can I not take the sword one? Who has the sword? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I can't use the sword yet. Maybe I hadn't unlocked that. Let's use this one. Speed up! Apparently there's extra abilities you can do as well. Turn back time, even if you get hit or destroyed. Reflection, speed up. This is the one that I've had so far where it lets me slow down time. Let's do rollback. Oh, good lord, there's a lot of... There's a lot of settings! Sure. Primary weapon level, all the way up. Because I'm curious. And that doesn't matter. And we'll slap it on insane, because I actually want to see what insane looks like. Given normal, that was normal by the way, has enough bullets as it is, I'm curious what insane looks like. Ow. Okay, so that's what that does. That didn't particularly help. Oh dear god, I died already. Okay. So it turns out insane is really hard, so if you're looking for a game that's really hard, this is one of them. Ooh, ooh. Okay, so the bullets are faster, you die faster. Whoop. So Bountic under. And he appears to fire more of them in a more varied approach. Normally he seems to just, oh dear god. I got hit. Normally he seems to just fire the same thing in a volley a bunch of times. This guy appears to actually vary what he fires a bit more often. But anyway, that's Sine Mora or Sine Mora or whatever it's called. I would say get it if you like this genre, or if you can handle possible epileptic seizures. One of the two. Either way, I like it, so therefore you should. Yay, that's how that works, right? Oh, okay.